Hey guys, welcome to the program. So I'm sorry I'm a little bit late, but we got a late start, had a few difficulties there, a few little technical difficulties. So if you're watching us from Instagram, I want to thank you for joining us. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, again, welcome to the program. And if you're watching via our website, I want to thank you to the program. So today we've got a lot to talk about here on tips and tools for Tuesday with Equip for More. But the first question that I'm getting a lot is, how is everybody doing in your house since you decided to go without chips, cookies, candy, and soda for 21 days. And if you watched last week, I had my youngest on the program with me. She was struggling a little bit with soda. Now, we don't buy pop often in this house, but when we do have it, they do drink it. And so not having it, and when we're out to eat and when she couldn't get it there, it was getting a little bit more difficult. But I asked her today before she went to school if she was still struggling, and she said not so much. It's still a little bit hard. But what about the rest of us? How are we faring? I got to admit, I'm probably the one that has it the easiest, because since this has been a family venture, everything has left the house. And since I do my work from here and I am in the house more than anybody else, I think I have it the easiest because I'm not faced with as many temptations. Different from times past when I might be the only one, or myself and maybe one other person in the home is on a health and wellness journey or trying to give up something in an effort to be more obedient to God. And it's a little bit harder because then the temptations are still here. But with my kids being in school and being out and traveling with sports and that type of thing, it gets a little bit hard for them. I am happy to say and thrilled to say that, praise the Lord, as far as I know, we're all still on track. But here's really what I want to share with you today. We're still really expecting God to move in our home. He's blessed us already. We're seeing answers to prayers. I truly believe in the purpose of fasting. So it's never too late. You don't have to fast at the beginning of the year. You don't have to wait to fast. If God's calling you to give up something in an effort that you can hear from Him more clearly, please prayerfully consider doing it. If you watch this, I'm confident you probably pray. If you don't, I would encourage you to start praying. But if you pray and if you feel like you've been obedient to God in most ways but haven't fasted before, I am encouraging you, strongly encouraging you to try and fast. A lot of times we get clarity from God. We get direction from God. And if you are foggy right now about what God's trying to do in your life or in the life of a loved one, please consider fasting. Now, on to what I'm learning during this time of fasting. So we're giving up some of the more processed goods, especially where candies and cookies and that type of thing are concerned. So what I found myself doing is shopping a lot more, looking for healthy alternatives like granola bars or snack crackers. Well, let me tell you something. It is difficult to find a healthy granola bar. So beware of that, because so often, especially on a weight loss journey, we turn to granola bars and protein bars as our go-to to satisfy that sweet tooth or get some chocolate in for lower calories. So I got to tell you, so many of them are terrible for us. So the first thing I want to recommend that you do, if you haven't already done this, is I want to recommend that you download an app called Foodcate. It's Foodcate. The little icon is an orange with a smiley face. It is a remarkable tool on a health and wellness journey. It's a free app. You can get it if you have an Android or an Apple product, but I love this app. You will find yourself using it in the grocery store, and if you download it right now, you'll be all over your pantry and your fridge using this. It has a barcode scanner feature, and what it will do is it will grade your food for you. So it will tell you whether or not it is a good alternative, and it's wonderful because it grades it nutritionally, not just based on calories. So you can tell whether or not the snacks that you're feeding your kids, regardless of whether or not they're on a weight loss journey, are actually good for them. And I have one amazing example, at least from my perspective, that I just found this week. So I spent a ton of time in the grocery store this week. I know this pops up backwards on your screen, so I apologize for that, but you get the idea. So I found these in the grocery store and I thought, well, these for sure, just based on the way they look and the name, Nourish and Kellogg's, these must be healthy. These must be good for us on this journey. And they're packaged individually. You can see all the goodness in there. Well, when I graded it, it got a C+. Now, even though Fujicate is somewhat of a strict grader, I like to get things that are at least a B- because typically, and there was no exception for this, when it gets a C or sometimes even a D, which you might find in your home if you're using this for the first time, you'll find that it's highly processed, that it has questionable ingredients, that it has maybe double or triple the sugar per serving that we should be having. And this was the case for this. This product, even though it's called Nourish Chocolate Almonds, got good dark chocolate and almonds in it, even though it has all the markings of something healthy, is highly processed, has multiple sugars in it, and it has more than the amount of sugar recommended per serving that I need. So then I thought, well, this was the best I could do in terms of an alternative to candy or candy bars. So then I thought, well, I'm going to head on over because most of the granola bar aisle was like that. I struggled. Nature Valley is what I would recommend to you if you're looking for a granola bar. Some of the alternatives, the options in Nature Valley granola bars have great options. So go for the Nature Valley brand. I got to give a thumbs up to Nature Valley. And although I love Kellogg's cereal on our journey, and as far as health and wellness goes, I'm not a fan of the Kellogg's granola bars. So Kellogg's, you need to do some work there and get us some good healthy alternatives for our granola bars. What I did find though, which was surprising, is I started scanning some snack crackers, and I can find great snack crackers for myself and my husband, but for the kids it's a little bit more difficult. So I thought I would scan these. These are buy 5 save 5 if you have a Kroger near you. So these are 99 cents right now. They got a B-. Now, for me on a health and wellness journey, the other thing I like about this right here is 170 calories. This right here, 140 for, get this, 55 crackers. Great snack for kids because it's not so bad nutritionally, and it's a great alternative on a weight loss journey if you need something salty and you need that cheddar fix too. So I love these. So I recommend these just as a snack in your pantry every day. I think it's great. And then I love, so people are still asking, well, what are you eating? What are you snacking on? I gotta say, my kids are still doing the whole cereal thing. We get Frosted Mini Wheats and they like those, and those don't get too bad of a grade. We just have stocked up on cereal, some healthier alternatives for cereal. I like the almond milk because the almond milk gives it a sweeter flavor. So we're snacking on cereal and it's not bad. Nobody's complaining really. But one of my favorites, and I gotta give a thumbs up to the Dannon Company again, Light and Fit. This was a new find for me this week, strawberry cheesecake. Nutritionally, it's decent, 80 calories. It's got, I think, 12 grams of protein. Can't remember exactly, I'd have to look that up, but I know it's high in protein too. So again, there are alternatives out there. What I'm hoping is that after these 21 days, some of those old snacks just won't come back in, that we will have found some alternatives that we just love as a family and can feel good about feeding whoever wants to eat, whether they're trying to lose weight or not. But I got to give a thumbs up on this one. You got to try that. It is delish. And then again, just keep some of those healthier alternatives for cereals. Snack on cereals. Don't just save cereal for a meal. Cereal is a great low-calorie option for an end of the night snack. I love it. And the milk and the protein in the milk is a good way to relax yourself in the evening too. So now on to the topic, because it's January, we're getting into the second week of January, and guess what? A lot of us are losing our motivation. January 1 was exciting. We got our new journals out. We were ready to go. We got our food plans out. Well, most of the food plans have been thrown by the wayside now, and we are struggling to find motivation, so I'm here to help you with that today, okay? So what I want you to know is that motivation is very, very important. Being excited about this journey is vital to staying on this journey. So you say to me, Julie, how can I stay on this journey? How can I stay motivated? And here's what I want you to remember. Number one, please don't take this lightly. Please take this seriously. You need to pray about this journey. You really need to get down on your hands and knees and say, Lord, I am tired of fighting this battle over and over and over again. I am tired of winning and then losing and then and just struggling month after month, year after year. I want 2018 to be the year that I lose the weight and that I keep it off. And 2018 will be that year if you include God and you put him at the forefront of this journey. I promise you. I tell this story often, but back in 2005, when I got to my wits' end, one of the key ingredients was that when I came home one evening shortly after beginning my journey and I was struggling with some motivation, I got down on my hands and knees and I said, Lord, I cannot do this. I know I am already beginning to wane, but I promise you one thing. If you will step in and give me the motivation when I don't have it, if you will help me when I can't help myself, you will get all the glory and the praise. So many years later, it's 2018, he's getting all the glory and the praise because this program is all about him. Without him, we cannot lose the weight and keep it off. That's just the simple truth, and that is the foundation of Equip for More. We include him and put him at the forefront of the journey. So that's number one, ladies and gentlemen. Please pray about this journey, and don't be afraid to beg God to help you. He wants you healthy. You can't do his work if you're not healthy, so don't be afraid to tell him exactly what you need. Secondly, you got to keep it simple. The complexity of new cookbooks that contain ingredients that just simply don't ingredients that you don't have in your pantry and that you have to go out and buy and that are too expensive on your budget simply can't be a part of the journey. You got to keep it simple. And by that I mean do the basics, okay? The basics are this. Journal your food intake, all right? At Equip for More, I recommend the MyFitnessPal app. Love the MyFitnessPal app. It doesn't matter if you use pen or paper, doesn't matter if you use an app on your phone, but if you bite it, you need to write it. If you drink it, it needs to be inked. And if you just need to make sure that if you put it in your mouth, it gets down on paper. Secondly, do not forget water. When we're in terms of keeping it simple, there are two simple things that you need to do. You need to journal and you need to drink your water. Water will save you on this journey. We love our water bottles. We always talk about water bottles and how we're getting our water in. Some people use 1 gallon jugs. Some people just use cups. Some people count by water bottles. This is a water bottle that we came out with last year called Beautiful You when we rolled out a program for mothers and daughters who are working to lose weight together, and we call that Beautiful You. So we have our Beautiful You water bottles. These are 24-ounce water bottles. You can get them on our website, but these are 24-ounce water bottles. I recommend 4 of these a day. It's a great way to get your water bottle or your water in. Fits in most cup holders in your vehicles. It's even great on a bike. It will fit on a bike water bottle holder, but make sure you get your water bottle or your water in. So you got to keep it simple. You got to pray about it. You got to keep it simple. Number 3, you need to keep your eye on the prize. And this is where most people trip up because we forget where we're going on this journey. We forget that what our goals are. We forget that we want to lose 20 pounds by the end of school so that we can feel comfortable in a pair of shorts. We forget that we're going on vacation and it would be wonderful if we were 30 pounds down in mid-July. You got to know where you're going if you want to get there. The Bible says, forgetting what is behind and pressing on toward the prize. Forget yesterday. Forget your breakfast if it wasn't the best alternative and it wasn't the best option. Keep your eye on the prize. Know what you want. Wouldn't you love to feel comfortable around the swimming pool this summer in a swimsuit instead of hiding behind sweatpants or hiding behind pants and a shirt? Wouldn't you love to be able to confidently walk down the street in shorts? Or if you're going to an amusement park or if you're at the beach, wouldn't you love to feel comfortable in a pair of shorts for the first time in who knows how long? Keep your eye on that prize. That's how you will get there. And finally, and this is so important too, you got to get around other people who are doing this too. You can't be around people who will continue to drag you down because you will keep going down. You tell that to your kids. You tell your kids, make sure you have the right kind of friends who will build you up and help you go in the right direction. Ladies and gentlemen, you and I need that too. We need to be around other men and women who are actively on this journey. So we invite you to be a part, not just a part of this. We love that you watch us each and every week. We're so grateful for that. But we want to do more for you. We want you to be a part of our Equipped for More family in our private Facebook community. That's not our page. That's not this. That's not where you're watching from now. Our private Facebook community is made up and comprised of other men and women who are actively losing weight and being successful. We share recipes. We share motivation. We share scripture. We build each other up every single day. I'm going to put the link in the comment section after these videos go live. Go look at that. Prayerfully consider being a part of that. And many of the men and women, hopefully you can see this, are following our 8-week transformation. We want you to do that too. We want you to lose the weight once and for all. And we believe that you can if you follow this program. 8 weeks. You will receive devotions, weekly devotions to encourage you and keep you going in the right direction. A prayer journal, guys. We need to be praying about it. A prayer journal that reminds us to continue to speak to God about this journey and continue to speak to Him and lay out our requests to Him. A weekly prayer journal encouraging us to dialogue with God about this journey. A weekly workout plan targeting those hard to tone and tame body parts. We also have videos linked so we can work out together, you and me. Not to mention, these are 4-minute fitness videos. Everybody has 4 minutes to work out. We can do this. I want to do this with you. And then finally, and most importantly, I think an aspect of this program is our uniquely designed Mix and More meal plan. I just love this. I'm loving it more and more every day. It was important for me when designing this that you be able to quickly, on a budget and with few ingredients, be able to design a day that fits into your lifestyle. And I know how frustrating it is to count calories on a weight loss journey. So what we designed was a Mix and More meal plan. All your breakfasts are a certain amount of calories, already calculated. All your lunches, certain amount of calories, already calculated. All your dinners, a certain amount of calories, already calculated for you. You just pick the meals that you want. Flip through, pick the meal that you want, grab the ingredients, because most of them are staples in your home anyway. Grab the ingredients and prepare it. Grace and I shared one of her favorite days just yesterday on a short clip. So go back and watch that because those meals were delicious. Again, simple ingredients, easy on your budget, but there are hundreds of combinations of meals that you don't even really have to think about. So many staples right there in your home. Again, I'll include the link, but ladies and gentlemen, it is time for you to lose this weight once and for all, God's way. You've done it every other way for the past 20, 30 years. I know, because that was me. But when I dropped to my knees and I said, God, if I can't lose this weight, I can't serve you the way I was designed to serve you. He stepped in, and now I've lost the 50 pounds, I've kept it off, and I'll never stop giving Him the glory and the praise. And if I can help just one person do that today, then I would be so grateful and so overjoyed. Please Let me know if you have any questions. Please continue to watch us. Stay motivated. Get out there. Do what you need to do. This is one of my favorite cereals. I'm going to close with this because I want to share with you as many options as I can. A lot of times this time of year, and this is no different, these cereals and foods like this are on sale. So these cereals, and you can always find coupons for these, but that's another good one that's great as a meal with some yogurt maybe, but also as a snack too. But that's just a few of the things that you will receive on a daily basis if you're part of our private Facebook community. So if you've thought about it, if you've prayed about it, and you've just kept putting it off, don't wait any longer. Become a member in the community where God will help you, and your community family members will help you and encourage you to lose the weight once and for all. Remember, keep it simple. Make sure you pray about it, keep your eye on the prize, and get around other people who are on the same journey. Thank you so much, Instagram family, for watching. Thank you so much, Facebook family, for watching. And thank you so much, our website friends, for watching. I hope you all have an incredibly blessed and healthy day, and I will see you right back here next week.